Well, hey everybody, I'm Jared with Bond.ai, titled VP of Growth. It's a little bit of everything. I've got my counterpart here, VP for the West Coast, Devin, who is a Salt Lake City local. So here I can connect with you anytime. But wanted to introduce Bond.ai and our flagship product, Autopilot. I do have to say, Bond is not about stocks and bonds. It's actually about the relationship bond. And that's where we play, is the relationship between you and your customers. And banks and credit unions, you've got a lot of relationships to manage. Just like any other relationship you have, your customers have needs. And when you're not meeting those needs, your customers are going to go find somebody who will meet those needs. But that's where Autopilot comes in. We use all your banking transaction data, product data, customer information data, along with publicly economic data and historical financial performance of every bank in the US, every credit union in the US. We put it through the Empathy Engine, which is our proprietary AI built modeling. It's not a facade on ChatGPT or some other pre built models. It's actually built from scratch, literally for banking and other credit unions. On the right side is kind of the output, which we're going to walk through briefly here in just a moment. Obviously, due to time, we've got a lot to show. Now, for you compliance and regulatory and people that want to say no to stuff like this, we actually don't require any PII. We don't require any integration. So it usually checks off a few of those boxes for the compliance teams, security teams. We take that data, we cleanse it, we enrich it, we categorize it, making sure we're making the most of that data, not missing opportunities, making sure we're making, understanding our customers and showing you those opportunities. And you can be as little as 30 days away from actually getting your dashboard, getting your autopilot, and actually operationalizing the data you already have. Switch to the actual demo. So again, we take that transaction data, we run it through our Empathy Engine, and this is what your institution will get for Autopilot. This is real bank data. It's obfuscated, obviously for demo purposes. But a couple of things I want to touch on. There's a whole lot to show, but just to show you some of the key aspects of Autopilot, we'll show you that missed revenue. So where are our customers already cheating on us, right? If we open that up, we break that down by product category. Oh no. Swap displays. No. I'm not showing the demo, am I? There we go. All right. So this is Autopilot. We take that data, we enrich it, categorize it, and put it into your dashboard. And this is all, again, obfuscated data for obvious reasons. Let's start with missed revenue. So we look at that transaction data and see your customers that have checking accounts with you, other products and services with you, and competitive relationships. So again, we're seeing, hey, there are almost $100 million in mortgage payments being made from our accounts to our competitors. If we were to recoup that revenue, this is what it would show. And again, demo environment just to show you some numbers. Credit cards, auto loans. So break that down by product category to show you your product teams, your marketing teams, where they're missing revenue, so they can really gauge their approach, whether it's by product or by marketing to your consumers. Now, I want to we can go granularly with that as well. So we'll start with deposits. Every bank we talk to, I'd say 98% of the banks we talk to are looking for deposits. They're hurting for deposits. We help recoup those, both attract and retain deposits by using that same data. Let me click into this. So again, we have a primary consumer and a secondary consumer. The way we define that is a primary consumer has their direct deposit coming in. I know there's other ways to define that, but the way we define that is for a reason. The primary consumer has direct deposit coming in, but they're sending money every week or every month to a JP Morgan high yield savings account or a Wells Fargo retirement account. So we'll help identify the customers, where they're sending money, how much, and where to. So again, we'll look at external transfers. We've got all those products and services broken down. And if we want to see the savings accounts and where they're headed, here's where all those competitive savings accounts are. Here's the investment accounts, checking accounts. And I'm mentioning the specific relationships because that's where we play is that personalization, using data to engage with your consumers. Because think about it, you get mailers on a daily basis, right? You get ads on an hourly basis. But when you see something from your bank or credit union, you pay a little bit more attention. And when it's about your JP Morgan high yield savings account, it's personalized to you. You're going to engage with that because that's a product or service messaging to you, right? So, and again, you can do that through a CRM. We have CRM Lite built in. You can hand that off to a personal banker to start making phone calls, different ways to engage. So that's how you would retain deposits from your primary consumers by identifying the external relationships where they're sending money. On the flip side, let's call a secondary consumer again, somebody who has a relationship with you. Let's call it an auto loan. So let's say Jared has an auto loan with Bond Bank, but he's making that payment from somewhere, right? So again, we can identify where the money's being transferred to, where those bills are being paid from. So again, you can make competitive offers, incentives, rewards to drive that direct deposit over to your institution, open a checking account, and again, whatever type of incentive or reward you need to make for that person. Again, it's going to be engaging because you're calling out that specific relationship. Check my time. Got a couple more minutes. And we do the same thing with loans and other offers as well. So we'll click into the product opportunities. And two things we do here with product opportunities, we have both direct and predictive opportunities. So a direct relationship is that Capital One credit card or that Wells Fargo mortgage, right? That's a direct relationship. Another thing we're doing is predictive modeling. So we're not doing next best product. We're not doing lookalike modeling. We're actually analyzing the consumer, their spending habits, their personas to identify needs of the consumer predictively so you can proactively market to those consumers. So again, the direct, you would click products. Here's all the auto loans being paid to our competitors. Here's all the consumer loans, credit cards, and so on. I like to use PennyMac on the mortgages because my mortgage is with PennyMac. So again, we have 222 consumers that have a PennyMac mortgage. Well, guess what? We've got a special interest rate on our HELOCs or our refinancing for PennyMac mortgage holders. Again, Jared's a customer of Bond Bank. When I get that messaging about a special interest rate for PennyMac mortgage holders, that's for me. That's tailored to me. So that's what we're all about, is engaging with the consumer on a one-to-one level based on external relationship and based on needs. If you wanted to find those predictive analytics, you would click that, and then we could show you the customers that need the credit card, the customers that are in the market for mortgages, and so on. We also combine that with this pie chart shows the green zone is need for the product, financial health of the consumer, as well as propensity for your institution. So this green zone is going to be our highest success of customer engagement because of those three things. From there, let me just select a quick list. Let's just select that PennyMac mortgage holders. If you have a CRM, you can continue to use that CRM. We can plug it, you can push that data over into your CRM, or we have email and SMS campaigns built right in. Now, it's not a Salesforce, but it is a CRM Lite, right? It's got the email capabilities, the SMS capabilities to engage with your consumers based on those product needs. So again, drag and drop email creator, a lot like a MailChimp or a Constant Contact that you've seen, built into the system. And again, all that data plugged into a CRM Lite for you to identify opportunities and engage with those consumers easily. Now back to, not the start. Some results. We'll be real quick here to wrap up. For a $50 billion institution, we found $344 million in revenue opportunity. That's on the products and services side, and $1.1 billion in deposit opportunity. Now, gauging our pricing compared to the revenue we can find, the payback period is about a 3-month period, and that's about an average we see from small banks and credit unions to a $50 billion organization. To get in touch with me, I'm Jared at bond.ai. Website is bond.ai. And again, Devin McKenzie is here locally, so we'd love to connect. Obviously, won some awards. We've been in the market. We've been building AI for over 7 years. This is our founder's second AI company. So we've most recently won Best AI Solution for Customer Engagement and Retention. And that's bond.ai.